huge benefit of that liquid pump too is that if you're currently using nitrogen to pressurize your tank in order to transfer solvent from the tank to your columns, that nitrogen is room temperature at best. So you are also adding heat to that tank every time you pressurize with nitrogen. And even though it's not as hot as the heat coming out of a compressor, it still is interfering with that temperature control. And so if you are trying really hard to keep your gas cold, but you're heating it up every time you need to drain it, you are just kind of working against yourself. And so that's a loss of energy and a consumable product. Every time you are pressurizing and then depressurizing the tank, you're changing that temperature and just throwing away vapor. If there's a place you want to pump, it's probably to compress and reuse that nitrogen.
Yeah, yeah, that's how we use recovery pump actually. So after every column is done, we chase it with nitrogen, we pump it. That's it. But you just don't want to be reliant on it for the entirety of your mass flow.
And it's a physical task. Now that operator has to be manually opening a valve somewhere, usually walking over to the recovery tank to do that and walking away from the process that, they should be managing. And so, it kind of goes back to like the job you should be doing should be filling a jar or loading and unloading a column.
Right.
Needing to touch other stuff is like, imagine if you had to, you know, facilitate the flow of fuel before you press the gas in your car. Like, no, we want one or two actions, for each operator where they're standing.